Hey guys, it's Friday, March 29th, 2019. It's about 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just wanted to share a traditional market chart that I'm watching right now with you guys. USANA Health Sciences. This is a stock that I'm looking to potentially buy here soon. We see this huge downward trend. This is a monthly chart, by the way. With stocks, I tend to only trade the monthly, weekly, and daily chart with stocks, and I do the 4-hour chart to or the 4-hour and daily chart to kind of time my entries. So, just a quick TA on this. I want to show you guys kind of what I've done here. I've drawn an initial fib retracement to this whole range, which is my larger fib retracement here on the outside. And then I've drawn a secondary fib retracement from this major level of support here to the last all-time high. And what that's given me is some confluence here between the 618 and 382 range. So that is a nice area of confluence here. A good potential buy zone, but I'm also looking actually a little further down here around $72, $66, where we find confluence with a 768 and 0.5 range. And what we can do now is we can take our moving averages and try to find some zones of confluence, or confirm our zones of confluence. And what I'm seeing is this 55 kind of right here around the 786. We've already broken the 34, so that moving average is out. The next one is going to be the 55, which is looking pretty strong, and we could see a wick down into these areas. This is more likely where I think we're going to see the best entry is probably somewhere between 786 and 0.5. But we could find support here. We're going to look at some other charts to try to determine that. But right now I just want to stick on the monthly and take a look at the RSI levels. You can see it's not really showing any kind of sign of support right now on the monthly. Still pretty strong downward momentum. These averages here are just spreading out. We're breaking the 0 on the MACD line, so looking pretty bearish still on monthly. Let's take a look at the weekly. We can see, man, this volume is just huge sell volume here, well above average, way oversold here. We're under 30 on the RSI, and we're breaking down further on the MACD. We're down in the -4, -5 range. So I'm still thinking we have more downside to go on this one, and that's why I'm looking more towards these $65, $70 ranges. This thing's got to bounce at some point. Before that, though, I feel like so we might see a small bounce here at $81, and maybe a retest of 100 before going even lower. But I do think ultimately we're probably going to end up down here at the 0.5 fib range and between the 786. Again, just really oversold on the momentum. Let's take a look at moving averages. We are seeing the 200 here at the 382, so I definitely would not be surprised if we get some kind of bounce here at the 80. I might actually consider maybe entering a small trade here, depending on what kind of candle formation we end up with at this 200. I mean, it's still possible that we just blow right past this thing. We don't really know. We did see a small rejection at the 618, but it just continued lower. So we could see the same thing here. We could see a small move, that maybe just barely test this high over here at 88 and just continue lower. Lower down into the 0.5. I'm really liking this zone. Where's my rectangle? I'm really liking this zone here. I can really just see price coming down and just rejecting and kind of coming back above this 200 and maybe finding some support. So it would, it would be good to maybe put some buy orders down here at 66, kind of see what happens. If I'm looking as far as a trade setup goes, if I were to kind of buy somewhere down in here, maybe like a 10% range of accumulation, stop loss kind of range, you're talking, if we come back up to these levels, 43%. So this long-term thing, it's a stock. So we're talking weekly charts, monthly charts. Let's just try to take a look at the daily and kind of see, does it make sense to maybe enter a trade here? The way we do that is we want to find some divergence in these lower time frames, kind of see what's happening. So for example, you can see right here, lower low on the price, higher low on the RSI, we get a move up. So that was a decent trade there at a fib level, 21% trade. But as far as right now, does it make sense to make an entry on these levels? Perhaps. We're getting kind of a double bottom here on the RSI with lower lows on the price, pretty significant lower lows too. I mean, just every day, just about making a new low, except for today. We didn't break new lows today, so found some support today. We have kind of a double bottom forming here against some lowering price action. Again, so it wouldn't shock me to see a small bounce here. The only thing is we don't know how high it can go. We don't know if this is the true support. We could see it's just a small bounce and then continue a lower. Just take a look at the 4-hour real quick, and then we'll go back and check the moving averages. Just kind of zoom in on this divergence and kind of see what's happening here. So you can see it's a little more pronounced on the 4-hour chart. We enter the under 30 zone. We kind of play around here. We come back out. We re-enter, and we don't make a lower low. Still have not exited yet. So what we want to see here is, get my paintbrush. We want to see this kind of come back out, maybe do some retesting, but not much. And we kind of want to see us break out of this range to kind of confirm that, yeah, we could see a little move up. Looking at the MACD, we are seeing divergence again. So we're seeing some divergence. Wouldn't be surprising to see a move up here. Maybe, hit 94, maybe retest 100. The next couple of days, we'll probably have a better idea of what this thing's going to do. But overall, that's what I'm looking at on USANA. So just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'll update you as this one unfolds.